Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today is Tuesday, and let me tell you, it is a beautiful day outside, but inside Salem, my brain will not shut off after watching Johnny absolutely lose his mind on EJ. And honestly, it is about damn time. I mean, we all knew EJ DiMera was a ruthless monster. I've been watching this show since 2015, and we've seen EJ do some truly despicable things over the years. But poisoning the groundwater on Smith Island with arsenic-laced Coriseal pills, that is a new low, even for him. But before I even get into the logistics of that corporate nightmare, can we talk about Johnny's reaction? The sheer look of betrayal and horror on his face when the dots finally connected was incredible. He is looking at the man who raised him, realizing that his own father might be the literal reason his pregnant wife is battling breast cancer. I am so overwhelmed with emotions right now. It is sick. It is literally sickening to watch a son realize his dad is a villain of this magnitude. So Chanel drops this absolute bombshell that she thinks her cancer was caused by the arsenic in the well on Smith Island. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's backtrack. How on earth did we get to a place where DiMera Pharmaceuticals is just casually burying toxic waste like it's a mob hit? Remember when they tried to cover up corporate sabotage years ago? Yeah, it didn't work then, and it's definitely not working now. But I kind of have to laugh, even though this is a super serious storyline, because is Chanel seriously the only person who ever drank the water on Smith Island? I mean, come on, writers. Are we supposed to believe nobody else took a sip from that well while visiting the Horton cabin? But whatever. I am willing to suspend my disbelief because the dramatic payoff of Johnny realizing EJ is to blame is just too good. Chanel is going through absolute hell right now. She's pregnant, she's terrified of chemo, and now she thinks her father-in-law's dirty business dealings gave her cancer. And then we have the confrontation. Johnny berating EJ is everything I have been waiting for all year. You guys know I love Carson Boatman, and he acted his absolute heart out in this scene. He just let EJ have it. Because think about it from Johnny's perspective. He has been trying so hard to be the good DiMera. He stepped up to be co-CEO with Theo. He wanted to clean up the company's legacy, and what does he find out? His dad is running a toxic cartel that is destroying his family from the inside out. But the big question here is, will Johnny actually expose him? I know some people are loving this dark corporate espionage angle, but personally, I need Johnny to burn DiMera Enterprises to the ground. He needs to go public. He needs to take the heat as CEO, if he has to, just to make sure EJ rots in prison. But then again, EJ is his dad, and Johnny has always had this weird soft spot for him, despite everything. I am dreading the possibility that Johnny might help cover it up to save the family name. Please don't do that to Chanel, Johnny. Okay, back to the point, because Johnny isn't the only son having a total meltdown today. Am I the only one who is completely fed up with Theo Carver right now? I am sorry, but I just cannot with his blatant hypocrisy. Theo finds out that Abe teamed up with EJ to keep him out of the DiMera CEO chair, and he absolutely explodes. He confronts Abe like Abe just committed the ultimate sin. But let's look at the facts here. Abe Carver is a saint. He is a literal saint who has done nothing but love and protect Theo his entire life. Abe saw the toxic, soul-crushing reality of the DiMera family and wanted to keep his son away from it. Was lying the best way to do it? Maybe not. I mean, I guess I can see why Theo is hurt that his dad went behind his back and conspired with EJ of all people. That stings. But the reaction, the absolute vitriol Theo threw at Abe, it is completely uncalled for. And this is exactly why I am so mad at Theo. Remember just recently when Theo was all fired up accusing Abe of keeping him in the dark about Stefano's role in Lexie's cancer. Yeah, Stefano DiMera, the psycho who literally caused the toxic gas leak that gave Lexie the brain tumor that killed her back in 2012. Theo was furious, but then Lexie just reminds Theo that his no-no loved him, and suddenly Theo is all chill again? He forgave Stefano for literally giving his mother fatal cancer. But Abe tries to keep him out of a corrupt corporate job to protect his soul. And suddenly Abe is the villain? Make it make sense. Theo's principles are so flexible, it is actually infuriating. He is being a massive hypocrite, and I just wanted to jump through the screen and shake him. Abe deserves so much better than this teenage angst routine from a grown man. Speaking of people who deserve better, let's talk about Paulina and Chanel. These two women are just drowning in misery right now, and it breaks my heart to watch. Chanel is terrified about the stress her marriage is under. She knows Johnny's new job is tearing them apart, and now with the arsenic revelation, their lives are basically a ticking time bomb. And Paulina? Paulina is just wandering around, profoundly sad that her marriage to Abe is practically over because Lexie is back. I mean, Paulina stepped aside. She did the noble thing, because Lexie is Abe's true love. But it is so hard to watch Paulina lose her safe harbor. She and Abe built such a beautiful life together after all the trauma she endured with TR Coates. To see her so defeated is just gut-wrenching. But here's my prediction, and I know it sounds morbid, but we all know it's coming. Paulina just needs to hold on, because Lexie is on her way out. Dr. Rolf's Versavix serum is failing. We saw the lab rat die. We know Lexie is getting those headaches and hiding her symptoms from Abe. It is a tragedy waiting to happen. EJ's miracle cure is a bust, and Lexie's gonna die all over again. I kind of hate that the writers brought Nikki Crawford in to play Lexie, gave us this beautiful family reunion, just to rip her away from Abe and Theo a second time. It is cruel, but from a storyline perspective, it means Paulina's going to be back in Abe's life very soon. Abe's going to need her more than ever when Lexie fades away. I am dreading the heartbreak, but I am here for the eventual Paulina and Abe reunion because they are endgame in my eyes. Okay, let's pivot to something slightly less depressing but way more bizarre. Belle and Chad playing Scooby-Doo with Stefano's puzzle box chess set. What in the Da Vinci Code is happening here? Stefano left Marlena this creepy chess set in his will, and now Belle and Chad have decided it is their personal mission to investigate it. And they realize the pawn is missing. The pawn. Anyone who has been watching this show since the 80s knows exactly what that means. John Black was the pawn back in 1986. Stefano is totally messing with Marlena from beyond the grave. I am telling you, this is a trigger for a sleeper agent. Stefano probably brainwashed someone else, maybe even Paul Narita or Belle herself, and this chess set is the key to activating them. It is so classic Stefano, and honestly, I am kind of living for it. It brings back that classic gothic soap opera vibe that Days does so well. But what I am not living for is the weird romantic tension they are trying to force between Chad and Belle. Like, am I the only one seeing this? They're spending all this time together investigating. Chad just sent his kids to Boston, so he has all this free time. And now they're constantly huddled over this chessboard, looking deeply into each other's eyes. I know Belle is vulnerable right now, and Chad is trying to move on from the whole Cat Green disaster, but Chad and Belle? Really? It feels so forced. I mean, I guess it's better than Chad pining over a fake Abigail, but still. I kind of want Belle to snap out of it and focus on the fact that her mother is being psychologically tortured by a dead man's board game. This whole episode was just an emotional roller coaster, and I am exhausted. But you better believe I will be glued to my screen tomorrow to see what Johnny does next.